this. Good to go. Got some rusty metal primer. This skid plate has to come off. I'm going to want to loosen these. I already sprayed them. What I like to do is use a breaker bar. First, hit it a few times. That way it kind of moves some of that rust. Then use your breaker bar with, this size was about a 3/4. Loosen those. And then you can use your ratchet, spin it on, spin it off. I mean, in this case, I'm going to be cutting out all this rust anyways, but it is good to kind of, it's a little easier to save the bolts. So I got all these broke loose. What I'm going to do now is leave them in. I got to unhook the transmission, I believe. I know on YJs they have the transmission hooked to the skid plate. I believe it's the same on this, so I'm going to double check, and then I have to support this skid plate with a little bottle jack or something so I can safely remove it. And then also gonna have to support that transmission so it doesn't come falling down. Nice. Always use a breaker bar first. From experience. What I'm doing now is just, getting it to move. You don't want to take it all off at once or you will snap that bolt. Even though this frame is very rusty, it will still snap that bolt. So what I'm going to do is run it on, run it off, spray it a little bit. Let that penetrating oil get to the threads. On and off. And keep getting a little bit more threads every time you do it. Alright, now I can switch to my ratchet. I got that one loosened, so I'm going to work on the next one. Oh, nice. That's nice free. Once it broke. Nice. Okay, so here are the bolts that hold the transmission onto the skid plate. I believe it's a number 13 or 1/2 inch. So I got those all lubed up with some penetrating oil, and I'm gonna hopefully get those off. And once that's off, I can put my jack underneath the skid plate and slowly lower it down, and it should be good. Okay, so I got that one freed up. Nice. Got that one freed up as well. So this is a really, this is an old Jeep. This is almost 30 years old. It's a 97 TJ. When I'm taking off bolts on this any kind of old car like this, it's so important. Once you get it broke free, put it on, spray it, put it back on, and that will make the threads with all the lubricant go to where the rust is. The end of the bolt will have the most rust on it, on all the threads. And that lubricant will go to the very top if you keep screwing it in, and that will also clean those threads. If you just, ratchet as fast as you can, or get get one of these impacts, it will literally strip that bolt right off, and then you are screwed. And you're gonna have to tap and die or make a new bolt, and it's way more work. Be patient. This is an old rusty vehicle. You're gonna have to be patient. Another good idea is to get a little plastic bag, a little Ziploc bag, and a Sharpie. Take off all your stuff that you're taking off, put it in a Ziploc bag, and mark it. There you go, all safe. Not a Ziploc bag, a hefty bag.